Day 2 of the Washington Commanders mandatory minicamp practice is officially in the books. And with that being said, we have more news, notes, highlights, observations from another day here in Washington for the Commanders practice. In this video, we're going to break down pretty much everything that you need to know from today's practice, as well as some big time takeaways over the past few days. However, before we get into the video, I wanted to start this video off the same way I always do, and I want to give a major shout out to, all of the Commanders media team out there who work so hard each and every single day to get these highlights out for us and, basically just enable us to make these videos. And without them, these videos are not possible. So I want you guys to do me a favor, go follow them on Twitter, because they will be dropping these highlights for you guys in real time, so you don't have to wait for me to post a video. You guys can have them right in front of you on Twitter. Go follow them if you haven't already done so. And with that being said, let's kind of break down the majority of practice so far and some of the takeaways that we've seen. Right now, the biggest thing that I've seen from day 1 and day 2 was a rookie. Okay, now comment down below real quickly, who do you think the most impactful rookie outside of Jaden Daniels will be? Let me know in the comments down below, but let's get back into it. So, the biggest takeaway from the first 2 days of practice has been left tackle Brandon Coleman. Now, the reason being is they have a guy in Cornelius, I believe, Cornelius Lucas. He was probably the favorite to win the job at left tackle. But Brandon Coleman has already showcased his talent, his IQ of the game as a rookie, and has continued to improve each and every single day. Brandon Coleman has been taking first-team reps with the offense, and he's been looking like the best left tackle on this football team, which in my eyes is absolutely insanity. I thought it would take him a few years to, get acclimated, to really understand the game, understand the offense, but man, he has been filling the void, and his development is insane already. So big shout out to my guy Brandon Coleman, who I think is going to be an absolute unit for this Washington Commanders team throughout the next decade and a half. So that's probably one of the biggest takeaways. We could sit here and talk about Jaden Daniels all day because he's been looking like a beast, not only passing the ball wise, taking the leadership reins and really commanding the team, but also making every single throw in practice, making throws off the run, extending plays with his legs, and even being a major threat scrambling, right? Making or getting some big time yards as a scrambler. Their main concern is keeping him healthy, though, and that's going to be something that we're going to have to, continue to monitor going forward. Now, another big rookie that's, obviously not standing out yet as he's recovering, but Johnny Newton is a guy they are, I wouldn't say they're concerned about him, but he is trying to, get back from that foot injury that he dealt with at Illinois. Obviously, him being the number 36 overall pick in this year's draft. We don't really know when he's going to be back. Now, the good news is they don't really need him right away. With Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen, those are two guys who will most definitely be day one starters for them, right? And not only are they going to be day one starters, but guys who can slowly start to mentor Johnny Newton as he gets back to full strength, right? Now, before we deep dive into everything else that happened here during day 1 and day 2, I need you guys to do me a big favor. Hit that like button, not only so we can get this video out to more Commanders fans around the world, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Commanders throughout the entirety of the offseason. Everything you need to know, we got you guys covered. Join the family. We got mandatory minicamp, training camp, preseason, regular season, and once the season does kick off, guys, we're going to be breaking down some all-22 coaches film for every single game as well. And if you want to watch the game with me, you can follow my Twitch. It is Matty Dubs with 3 S's. Or you can find a link in the description as well. But with that being said, let's kind of dive back into the video. Again, we don't know when Johnny Newton is going to be back. He's been working on the stationary bike a ton, so we'll see when he can get back. But there is, this aura around this team that just seems so fitting with Dan Quinn and Joe Witt Jr. and the coaching staff and the players. I mean, everything seems like it is just, falling into place. And, throughout OTAs and rookie minicamp, it felt like that. But I really wanted it to translate into mandatory minicamp when everyone was going to be here. And to be quite honest with you guys, it really has. And Jaden Daniels, the chemistry and the rapport that he has already built with Terry McLaurin has been insane. I mean, the veteran Pro Bowler seems like he has a day one connection with Jaden Daniels, and he could be the leader of this locker room offensively going into next season. Obviously, you have Zach Ertz and Marcus Mariota, who also seem like they could be the veteran leaders of this team, but the connection between Terry and Jaden Daniels and the work ethic alone of these two guys are insane. And we've already heard multiple guys like Jonathan Allen, Jerome Payne come out and say, listen, Jaden Daniels has been the first guy in the doors in the morning before practice and the last guy out. This dude has an insane work ethic. He's humble, and he's out here every single day trying to get better and better as time goes on. And you just have to have a ton of praise for what they've done, not only this offseason, but the guys that they've added have insane, not only head on their shoulder, but they are really playing with a chip on their shoulder as well. I mean, these guys want to be better each and every single practice, and I feel like we're kind of seeing that each and every single day, especially out of these rookies. I mean, these rookies have some insane work ethics. Luke McCaffrey getting it going with Jaden Daniels, Ben Sinnott, Zach Ertz. I mean, these guys are working extremely hard. Another guy breaking out here at practice has been Jeremy Chin. I mean, this is a guy who's been played in a tough situation in Carolina. They utilized him in such terrible ways, and now with Dan Quinn and Joe Wood Jr., I feel like he's about to break out this season here for the Washington Commanders. And the first step to greatness is coming in here early OTAs, minicamp, and working hard each and every single day. And I feel like they've done that so far throughout this offseason. I'm really excited to see what they continue to do and how they continue to develop going forward. But for the most part, dude, I'm very, very, very excited to see how this team continues to develop going forward. Now, overall, Frankie Louvu, I believe, sat out of practice today with a very minor injury, so I wouldn't be too concerned about that. Also, don't really be too concerned about anything right now. Take everything with a grain of salt because there's no pads. There's no contact, whatnot. So we will see a lot of guys start to stand out during training camp when that happens. I'm excited to see that. Dynamic Brown, another guy, looks really good, making big time catches in camp so far. So overall, guys, gotta be pumped, man. Brandon Coleman, Jaden Daniels, Dynamic Brown, Jahan Dotson, Terry McLaurin, the running backs all look really, really good so far, guys. So let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. And tomorrow, I think I'm going to be posting a Commanders 5 players who have, really risen their stock so far in the offseason. Make sure you guys are ready for that video tomorrow, and I'll see you guys then. Peace.